wrestling fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded D Rose report. Hey, I want to say hi and to all you new subscribers, and hi to all you old ones. And you old ones, one of these days I'll get it right. With Shawn Michaels still only one confirmed for WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2011, we can report the hardcore legend Abdullah the Butcher. The one guy's got his stomach is way up here, remember him? Anyway, he's also strongly being considered this year. Triple H noted on his recent interview with suggesting Abdullah to WWE management as a possible candidate this year, which he's wrestled all over the world. Not that much for WWE or WWEF, but he is a legend. Former WWE manager Armando Estrada, remember that sucker? Anyway, he was at Tuesday's SmackDown taping for the Nassau Coliseum SmackDown, but and a possible maybe return to the company. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his wife Danny recently sold their home in, or former home in Davie, Florida. Don't know where that is. For a cool $1.2 million. And anything with this weather the way it is cool. Or if you want to check it out, is visit bizjournal.com if you want to see what the house looked like. During an interview with Canadian radio station Fan 590 earlier this week, World Wrestling Champion Edge talked about how he's very happy with his current role in WWE and positive things to say about young stars like Dolph Ziggler, John Morrison, and Sheamus. I do too. I think they're great. Booker T has been confirmed, by the way, as a trainer for WWE's new Tough Enough show. During the interview with ClubWWI.com, former WWE manager Paul Bearer revealed that he was in talks with TNA about, believe it or not, managing Abyss. Before the character debuted, that is. But Paul Bearer's health issue in the mid-2000s prevented him from doing it. Former WWE star Sean Waltman, X-Pac, whatever, six-pack, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, kid, was at last night's Florida Championship Wrestling event down in Tampa, Florida. Dolph Ziggler, by the way, is going to be appearing in an upcoming wrestling meet for Kent State University when they take on Ohio University on February 11th. Ziggler is a very accomplished amateur wrestler at Kent State. Well, I didn't know if you knew that or not. He's going to be doing a photo shoot, autograph session after the meet. This is a little inside information about FCW. I think this is interesting. I'll get back to some news here in a second. I thought you might like it. At WWE developmental tapings last night in FCW Arena down in Tampa, Florida, Bo Rotundo defeated Nexus member, believe it or not, Mason Ryan, to become the 11th FCW heavyweight champion, since their conception. After the special guest referee of all things, Norman Smiley, with his, I don't know if he's still horsing around with a horse or not. Anyway, he presented the championship to Rotundo. FCW General Manager Maxine, remember her from the Diva NXT? Anyway, came out to the ringside and she was flanked by her security guard, Buck Dixon and Lucky Cannon. Anyway, she congratulated Rotundo on being the youngest FCW champion in history and stated that she was kind of curious to find out how long can he keep the championship. She then says, well, you're going to get to, defend your championship right now against Cannon. So anyway, she told Smiley to leave the ring, and then Brett DiBiase, another DiBiase, did a surprise heel turn, ran into the ring with a referee shirt on and started the match. He ignored all the pin attempts by Rotundo and then gave a quick 3 count when Cannon did his first pin attempt, and declared Cannon the winner, and he's the 12th FCW heavyweight champion. Cannon and Maxine then kissed passionately after the victory celebration that ended the show. Alright, let's try this again. Queen of FCW, if you didn't know, was SmackDown superstar Rosa Mendez. She also lost her title at the event last night. She was pinned by NXT Season 3 rookie Oksana. Oksana's, well, all the rookies, as far as I know, hadn't been let go. The Diva rookies, anyway. They're all down there getting them primed for us. All right, at SmackDown taping the other night, there was fans kicked out of the arena. What they did, you know, Alberto drives up in a nice convertible, I guess. I don't know what kind of car it was, but he gets out of the convertible and goes walking up towards the ring, strutting and smiling and, you know, teeth all hanging out. And some of the fans, I guess, threw trash onto the car and into the car. That don't go over good. Shouldn't do that. Alright, also at the taping, Layla injured her ankle after the main event with her and Michelle McCool, Dolph Ziggler taking on Edge and Kelly Kelly. A referee and a crew member rushed to check on her while the referee threw up the dreaded X sign. Don't want to see that. Anyway, after SmackDown ended though, McCool carried Layla up the ramp and to the back. No word yet whether the injury was legitimate or a part of the show. TNA is now heavily promoting the March 3rd episode of Impact. Announced for that show is going to be, they're pushing this, Karen and Jeff Jarrett renewing their wedding vows and the return of Hulk Hogan. Well, anyway, Hogan was supposed to be returned last night on the show, but he didn't show up. And TNA kind of covered up for Hogan, you know, for not being there by saying it's a legal ruling that a judge in Texas in the Hogan versus Dixie Carter feud prevented him from attending Impact. Anyway, I ain't gonna say that. Oh, by the way, they was revealed last night on Impact. It's the old Fortune members, AJ Styles, Kazarian, and Beer Money, who ended up turning on Immortals and Eric Bischoff. Jeremy Buck, by the way, won a match last night at Impact in advance of to advance to the X Division #1 contender match in Against All Odds. The winner of Robbie E. and Brian Kendricks and Suicide on next week's Impact will go to the pay-per-view to face Max Buck, Jeremy Buck in a three-way to crown a new #1 contender. Chicago's Business reported, I thought I heard something. Chicago Business reported that former WWE announcer Mike Adamle, his home in Evanston, Illinois, is being foreclosed after he and his wife failed to pay off a $1.1 million loan that matured this past August. Well, why didn't you pay it? They'd have kicked my ass out of there too. Anyway, this comes after Adamle's wife divorced him last May, and this past September, the IRS filed a lien against them for non-payment of $70,000 in back taxes from 2008-2009. Last month, Adamle was arrested for DUI, which that's no excuse for not paying your bills. All right, former WWE star Lance Hoyt, or Vance Archer, whatever you want to call him, recently won the NWA Texas Heavyweight Championship. And another thing you guys might be interested in, Paul Heyman's book is currently scheduled to be released on September 13th of this year. The working title, I guess, is Heyman Hustle, Wrestling's Most Extreme Promoter Tells All. I just wonder, somebody will be tracking him down if he actually does that. Former WWE diva Stacy Keibler, remember her? Anyway, she's returning to NBC's Chuck this season. Stacy is going to reprise her role as a secret agent Greta, and running in character in an episode where Mystery Greta will be revealed, you know, I guess, on who she is. Alex Riley, by the way, suffered a minor injury on the right side of his face this past Monday on Raw in Providence, Rhode Island. And there's also a video of former Gene Snitsky on ABC's What Would You Do, airing this Friday night. I watched that show. It's alright, but no, it gets old after a while. Oh, by the way, Paul Bear is going to be hosting a funeral parlor segment Saturday, February 26th in Maryland for the Maryland Championship Wrestling Promotion. Paul Bear is going to be there doing signing autographs for the fans. Thank you guys for clicking on me. Be on tomorrow. I gotta go.